The U.S. Senate has approved a rescue bill for debt-stricken Puerto Rico, despite many expecting the island to default on a $2 billion debt payment this Friday. Backed by the White House, the measure would create a control board to oversee the U.S. territory's finances and supervise the restructuring of some of its debt. But the bill has divided opinion, as our reporter Charlotte Dubenskij has been finding out.
On this vote, the yeas are 68, the nays are 32.
Another hurdle on the path to finding a solution for Puerto Rico's massive debt problem. Promesa, which means promise, has wide support on the US mainland. Even President Barack Obama has weighed in.
This bill is not a perfect solution. Nobody's saying it is. That's what happens in divided government. But it's the only option on the table to save Puerto Rico from spiraling out of control.
Many on the island disagree.
It's going to signify many bad changes, both economically and socially.
President Obama said there is no plan B for Puerto Rico, but we believe there is a plan B.
We think it's necessary for the people to be able to audit the debt, to see whether we should be paying it.
The legislation will see the creation of a 7-member fiscal oversight board. It will oversee structural and financial reform. That will include decisions on how much money Puerto Rico's debtors are paid back. The territory owes more than $72 billion and has defaulted twice already.
The bill is controversial and has divided opinion. Those who support it say it's necessary because there's been a lack of leadership on the island, while those who oppose it say it's undemocratic and it takes the power away from the people and the representatives they elect.
Rafael Bernabe is a university professor who is now in the running to become Puerto Rico's next governor.
It is anti-working class because its agenda is to basically pay as much as possible of Puerto Rico's public debt at the cost of inflicting further social sacrifices on Puerto Rico. And it is colonial because it is yet another structure which is not elected by Puerto Ricans.
This island is no stranger to colonialism. It was a Spanish territory for centuries after Christopher Columbus landed here in 1493. But after being acquired by the US, it's been self-governing for decades. So the prospect of having its affairs scrutinized by an oversight board has touched a raw nerve. Yet there are some who feel there is no alternative.
There's no political will to do the structural reforms that the crisis required. So the main issue that we have now is how we can put together this plan. The local politicians, they have been reluctant to do it because any reform to solve the problem will have political cost.
People on the island want the promise of a better future. Whether Promesa will deliver is something nobody can predict. Charlotte Dubenskij, TRT World, Puerto Rico.